get no hurt, mister. No, no, no. I said yeah. I said yeah. What they say? What they say? Don't you hear? I say yeah. This is what they say. What they say? Do you believe I would take the TV?
Hello there, I'm your host Kazu, and welcome to the third episode of the Samba Radio. On this show, I bring music both new and old from the subgenre of punk, soul, reggae, and ska music. Also, we had a great chat with the legendary Motown artist, Kim Weston. Let's start with this classic right here. This is Good Woman by Barbara Lynn.
You leave your home for days and days, and I know, I said I know, you got another woman somewhere around. Hey, I'm a good woman. I'm a good woman. Such a good woman. So don't treat me like dirt. I don't go nowhere. You don't take me out. If I put on a nice dress, baby, you wanna start a fight. Even my next door neighbor notice the shape I'm in. They're all talking. Even my so-called friends. Now I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move away from here and pretend that I have happiness. Yes, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave you. Gonna leave you. Gonna leave you. A change gonna come. A change gonna come, baby. And I don't mean maybe. Gonna leave you. 'Cause I'm a good woman. No, no, no. I'm a good woman. I'm a good woman.
That was Good Woman by Barbara Lynn. Next up is an interview with Kim Weston. She was one of the first Motown artists and has also collaborated with Marvin Gaye. We'll start off with her song Helpless, then transition right into our conversation. This is Kim Weston on Samba Radio.
Every day I walk some lonely street, searching for you till you come back to me. People around stop and stare, as if they know the hurt I bear. Suddenly I realize I'm crying, 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 'cause I'm in a helpless situation.
And when did you like first started like singing? Like when did you start kind of discovering this?
I sang my first solo at 3.
At 3?
At 3. Yeah, my first solo in church at 3. And for several years, the community, I sung and danced for the community, and they'd always give me money.
Really?
So I never asked for an allowance.
Right, yeah.
Because I always had my own money.
Okay. Gotcha. No, I mean, you pretty much like lived through like a lot, and like, I was kind of wondering, like, especially like being part of Motown, like before being a part of it, how did you get discovered?
Well, I was at church.
Oh, just through a church?
Yeah, I was at church. I had, I did a concert with the choir that I formed, an inspirational choir for the Greater Phillips-Temple Church.
I see.
And I played and directed the choir. And there was a guy in the audience who, after the program, asked me if I'd be interested in doing some demos. I didn't know what a demo was, but he said they were paying, so I said okay.
Okay, gotcha.
And the guy that was writing the songs for the demos was the cousin of Eddie and Brian Holland of Holland Ocean Holland.
I see, okay.
So they didn't like his songs, but they liked my voice.
That's awesome.
So that's how I got to Motown.
I see. Yeah. What was your like experience of being a part of like Motown Review, like especially like being able to like communicate like regularly with like artists like Stevie Wonder, or as well as like the Supremes and
I
stuff
have
like
a
that?
fantastic story about Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
One of the churches that I was playing for.
Yes. Yeah. You keep on. Yeah.
One of the churches I was playing for.
Yeah.
Stevie lived down the street.
Really?
This was before he went to Motown.
Oh wow.
And so what I did was, he would come and ask if he could play the piano in between the services. You know?
Yeah.
And so I was the one that would allow him to play the piano. I asked him one day after I got to Motown, did he remember me from there? And he said, of course, Kim, But my name wasn't Kim then, okay.
Yeah.
My given name is Agatha, and most people that know about me, they know that my given name is Agatha.
I see. Well, that's great though. Like, you guys kind of have this like very fond friendship. And,
Goes back then.
It goes way back. Yeah. Why were you just kind of wondering, why were you chosen as the first artist that got to go to UK from Motown?
I think what happened was that they were looking for excuse me, a Motown artist to be on a particular show. And Motown didn't have anyone available at that time because everybody was working. Right. And so they sent me on a PJ Proby tour. You ever heard of PJ Proby?
No.
I never met him, but I was sent to be on a PJ Proby tour. And the Punk Brothers went with me. Right. And so, some of the Punk Brothers went with me. So when I got there, they canceled the PJ Proby tour. Yeah. But I was put on a Jerry and the Pacemakers tour. And Jerry and the Pacemakers were the #1 group in England at that time.
Oh, okay.
So that's him talking about.
Oh, I see. That's really interesting though. Yeah. I mean, would you call that like a very fond experience, especially of being able to go to UK?
Absolutely, because by them being the top artists, all of the shows were sold out. Really? Yeah. And it was first, and I had been on the Motown Review, but there was nothing like what I saw on that tour. I mean, the girls were just wow. As a matter of fact, I remember one girl. The driveways, some of the driveways in England are very small. Yeah. Yeah. And this young girl, she was just so excited. She was in this driveway, and she got stuck between the bus and the wall. Oh wow. Yeah, I've never mentioned that in an interview before, And that was pretty dramatic, you know. And somebody's so excited
Yeah.
about a group that they would put themselves in harm's way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are some no, that's really incredible though. You had that means you still have like a pretty good fan base over at UK then, huh? Like especially.
Oh, that's my biggest fan base, you
Mhm.
know, the Northern Soulers.
Northern Soul. Yeah, that's amazing. Would you be able to share with me some of the fond experiences of like being in Motown and some of like the bad ones too? Like if you had any like that?
Oh, well, you know, I had to have some. I was sharing with the young man that picked me up today, that Michael,
Yeah.
that like most of the artists, we were just eager to be able to, you know, show our talent
Yeah, of course.
and to perform. We had no idea that we were making history.
Yeah.
You know, that one day would be considered legends. You know, so it was all about, you know, being able to perform and do the best that we could do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I know one of the things is that everybody, when they got on the stage, you know, my thing was, once I got the microphone, the stage is mine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so whatever happened before me or what happened after me, it doesn't matter because I'm going to do my best while I'm there. You know, and I think that was the mentality of all of the artists, and that's one of the things that made Motown as special as it was, because everybody came on to make sure that you remembered them when they were on there.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Because it can't happen that you go on and when you're gone, the people forget that you were even there because somebody come on that's so hot. But everybody was basically good. You know, when you think of the artists that were there. You know, like Stevie Wonder. I'll give you an example. Usually, they would have someone to open. You know, the Contours, Jimmy Ruffin, Marvelette, Vandellas, Stevie Wonder, the Miracles, the Temptations, the Four Tops. Well, a lineup like that, it's a pretty hot show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So, those shows were great. And each show, we tried to make it better.
Right.
You know, so those are some of the fine things. One thing I do remember that wasn't so good was we were in, it was either Virginia or like North South Carolina, somewhere around there. And I'd been on, and when I came off, I went outside after I changed my clothes, just to get some fresh air. And when I got out there, I saw these guys breaking into one of Junior Walker's bands. I mean, he's another artist.
Yeah, yeah.
Shorty Long, just coming to me. You probably never heard of Shorty Long. You ever heard of Shorty Long?
No, I don't think so. No, yeah.
Okay, well, Shorty Long, here come the judge. But anyway, they were breaking into Junior Walker's band, and I ran back in and told some of the guys.
Yeah.
And when they ran out to check on, just before they came, the valet for the Four Tops stumbled toward me, and he had been hit in the head with one of those big cowboy buckles, and the whole print of that was in his forehead. And
oh, damn.
That just shook me. That shook me out, you know. And I can't think of his name right now, but all of the guys ran out, and this particular tour had been so rough until I heard gunshots, but I think gunshots they were shooting at us, and us was shooting at them too. You know.
Right.
So, but that same tour, it was in the South, and I remember Beans Bowes and some of the guys were standing on the corner, and I saw this car pull up, and when the car pulled up, we were leaving wherever we were, checking out the hotel, and, you know, loading the bus.
Yeah.
These guys tried to reach in the bus to get something, and I hollered out to the guys, you know, to check them. But when the guys pulled up to the corner, the guy pulled out a gun, and he had it right in Bean's face, You pulled the trigger, but the trigger didn't go off.
Oh wow.
You know, so
Yeah.
I mean, things like that happen, and I don't even know if anybody else remembers any of that.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, we had our great times, and then there were other times as
Yeah.
well.
No, of course, yeah. What was your experience like working with Mickey Stevenson?
Well, Mickey Stevenson is my ex-husband,
Mm-hmm.
and actually I learned quite a bit from Mickey. I have to give him that credit because I was born and raised in the church, and that's basically all that I knew. But
Yeah.
he made me aware, you know, of a lot of artists.
Yeah.
For instance, on the Motown Review, I opened the show with The Man That Got Away, which is sung by Judy Garland.
Mm-hmm.
And none of the other Motown artists were doing anything like that. So that was one of the things that I did that caused the people to remember me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I learned an awful lot from Mickey because not only, excuse me, was he a great writer, because he wrote songs like Hitchhike for Marvin Gaye, Stubborn Kind of Fella, Pride and Joy.
Yeah.
You know, he's also one of the writers on My Baby Loves Me and Dancing in the Street, you know.
Dancing in the Street.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
which both of them were written for me and taken. You know, it's not like it was said that I turned them down. I did not turn them down. They were taken, you know.
They were
Why
taken.
they were taken, you have to ask the people that took them.
Right. Yeah. Because I mean, also like you just got royalties from Motown, right? So like, how does that feel, especially?
I don't know why you say I just got royalties from Motown. It took me 30 years to get my first royalties.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
I guess
so that's one of the other negative things, you know.
Yeah.
You know, but I am getting, things are better now, you know, but during that time I didn't worry about, I was making money, my husband was making money, and I said Mickey's my ex-husband. We were together for 11 years, and during that time, he took very good care of me.
Right. Yeah. And I have more questions about your experience working with Motown, but like, you know, what do you feel is like the difference between the musician of Motown versus the musician of today?
Well, musician-wise, one thing, the biggest problem I have now is everything is electronic.
Right.
You know, and during that time, you got the real thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the soul came from the individual. You know, and I cannot see how a person can say how soulful it is when it's all electronic. There's no soul there.
Right.
You know, it's all mechanical. You know, so that within itself, I mean, the music can be good, but I don't think it can be the same as dealing with an individual playing and expressing himself rather than a machine.
Right.
Okay.
I see. Are there any, especially like with you talking about like how everything's changed to like electronic, like I know for music right now, streaming services, you know, like Spotify and stuff like that is like so big. That's what like a lot of kids, you know, they listen to it on their phone. I listen to it through my phone too. But do you feel like, you know, streaming services and like the fact that we're able to like download music like very easily, like do you feel like that affects you a lot, like, you know, as an artist?
Well, I'm sure it has to, in one way, because when you download, the artist may not necessarily get the money from it, you know.
Yeah.
But in other ways, it makes it more accessible.
Right.
You know, so I guess it's 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. Okay.
Yeah. I guess so. No, but the also cool thing is that like there's actually has been like a resurgence of like vinyl, like, you know, like actually a lot of people are like wanting to collect them.
Yeah.
And to me, I think that's really cool because a lot of the bands that I listen to, they put out colored vinyls to like, you know, some special edition packaging and stuff like that too. So like, you know, now that
we didn't have then.
yeah, you know, and
Yeah.
I know like I feel like that's coming back now, but like how do you feel about the resurgence of vinyls?
Well, you know, I don't know what the real difference is, but I feel there's a difference in the sound. I can't explain it. I know when they say the digital masters and all of that you get a better quality. But I don't know, for some reason I feel that you get a better quality of sound from the vinyl. The vinyl sound to me seems to be more rich,
Yeah.
you know, deeper.
Yeah.
You know, the digital is digital. It's too fast for the old girl.
Yeah, I feel like digital is like more compressed. Like, you know, I don't know what it is, but like through vinyl, like the songs and music, like they feel more warm.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
I think
precisely.
yeah, with all those depths and stuff. Yeah, because I mean, over the years, like I know you've worked, like you've communicated with like different artists, but like, you know, especially with I kind of wanted to know about like your experiences of like working with Marvin Gaye also, and how did you two first meet?
Well, he was already at Motown when I got there. You know, so I met him at Motown.
So he was just there.
Well, I mean, he was there, and Mickey Stevenson, you know, who I married, was the person that wrote his first records. You know, Hitchhike, Stubborn Kind of Fella, Pride and Joy. Those were the first Marvin Gaye hits, and Mickey Stevenson wrote them. You know, so he and Mickey were very close.
I see.
You know, so you know, he was like an automatic.
Yeah.
But I traveled with Marvin. Excuse me. I traveled with Marvin while he was recording with Mary Wells. You know, so when Mary left, he recorded with another young lady. I can't think of her name right now.
Yeah.
But after they weren't satisfied with that, then somebody said, well, you know, him and Kim are working together anyway. You know, so that should have been natural. But for some reason it wasn't. But when we did start recording, it wasn't natural. There's some people that say he was better with Tammi. I don't agree. You know? I feel that they had better equipment. I mean, better music, better material. You know, and Ashford and Simpson, when they came, I felt that they came to work with Marvin and myself. You know.
Yeah.
But it was at a time when my husband had decided that he needed to leave, and I was going to leave with him. So that's how that happened.
I see. Was it like Mickey's idea too? Like, kind of, was he like, you know, hey, you know, maybe you and Marvin should collaborate on a record together? Like, was that kind of like the idea behind it, or like when you guys were like?
No, I don't think so. I just think that they were trying to find a combination to make some money.
Make some money. It's like, all right, you two get in the studio. Go, you know, yeah.
Well, I mean, but it was a natural because I was his co-star.
Right.
You know, I was his co-star on the stage, so, you know, after Mary Wells was the #1 female singer. Okay.
Yeah.
And so when they decided to do that with them, when Mary decided to leave, you know, after they tried whoever the lady was.
Yeah.
Then it was natural since I was already traveling with it. But the thing that's so ironic is that, and I never sung together on the stage. You know?
Yeah.
We sung on the same stage, but we never sung together.
I see. Just like as a duet, like, you know, doing.
No, we didn't do duets on the stage.
Oh, really? Okay.
No, because I did my show and then he came on. I opened for him.
You just opened. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. What was the how did you feel like the live shows back then were like? You know, was it like, because I know like today, like it's really weird because like people have like smartphones and like, you know, we all take like, people take videos and like constant cameras and pictures and stuff like that too, and you know, they didn't have any of that back then. You know, it was like a very natural thing. So
yeah, so that's one of the things that young man was asking me earlier. You know, what do I think about what's the most dramatic thing that has happened? And I think it's the technology. You know, the technology has increased so until I mean, they even put voices on. You know, you could get voices off the keyboard. You know, so you couldn't do that. You had, it's like with the musicians, you had to.
Yeah. I feel like back then, like the audience engagement was like so real. Like yeah.
Well, you know, I think the audience is equivalent to the time, with the technology that you have now, you know, the audience is the same. We had to be electrifying on the stage without all of the technology, you know.
Yeah. No, that's really, really exciting. Do you have anything that you personally want to accomplish by the end of the year?
Well, I've got several things that I'm working on, you know. I directed a youth program for the city of Detroit, summer youth program, for 17 years.
Okay.
And I'm working on a project now where I'm trying to incorporate seniors and the babies, along with the young people that kind of situation that I was working on. So that's one of my main things.
Okay, that's really exciting. Well, I love to go see you play live, and
Well, thank you. I just came back from Europe, which unfortunately seems to be my greatest fan base. I would like to work more at home.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm sure I have the fans because, like with the Facebook kind of thing, but people are constantly asking to be friends, and I appreciate all of them, But people all over the country are constantly asking, but there's no work, so I need to work more before it's too late. One of my peers just passed. Dennis Edwards. Dennis was a part of the tours that I was doing in Europe. Last year, Billy Paul, he was one of the people on the tours that I've been doing. Usually we would do a tour once or twice a year.
Yeah.
Over there, Billy Paul and Benny King. These are my peers, and hey, they're dropping like flies, So I think I would like to work more, and acting before I get too old. I went to the Herbert Berghoff School of Dramatic Arts.
Okay.
And some of my classmates I was in a class with Dustin Hoffman and Robert De Niro. So that'll give you the caliber of training that I got,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping something will happen in that direction.
I mean, Dustin Hoffman and Robert De Niro, they're legendary,
Yes. I was talking a little earlier today, and I was telling I used to say to my brother-in-law, I was at Small's Paradise in Harlem. I was performing there. That's when Will Chamberlain owned the club, and my brother-in-law came, and he brought these two little white guys with him, and I remember them coming, but it was only a few years ago that someone did some research and found out that it was Robert De Niro and Dustin Hoffman. And I said, "You're kidding." So it was his birthday this past Sunday.
Right.
My brother-in-law's birthday, and I asked him, I said, "What was the name of the two guys you brought to Smalls to see me?" He said, "Dustin Hoffman and Robert De Niro." I said, "Well, I just wanted to have it come out of your mouth, so I know." But that to me, I feel that from the caliber of training that was given in those classes, that I still have a treasure that has not been shared yet.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to be able to do that.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to see you in some movies and just watch you play some live shows. But I just want to say thank you for being part of Samba Radio, and you're taking your time to talk with me about your experiences in Motown. It's something that we all treasure and listen to every day. So thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's really awesome.
Take me in your arms, hold me for a little while. Hey, baby, I know you're leaving me behind. I'm seeing you, darling, for the very last time. Show a little tenderness before you go. Please let me feel your warm embrace once more. Take me in your arms. Rock me a little while. Hold me, darling. Rockin' a little while. We all must feel our rock me a little while. Hold me, darling, rock me for just a little while. I'm losing you and my happiness. My life is over, I must confess. I'll never, never see your smiling face no more. I'll never, never hear your knock on my door. Before you leave me behind. Let me feel happy just one more time. Take me in your arms, rock me a little while. Hold me, darling, rock me for just a little while. I said I wouldn't beg, I said I wouldn't plead. Here I am, baby, I'm begging you, please. Baby, please, baby, please. Take me in your arms, rock me a little while. Hold me, darling, rock me for just a little while. Take me in your arms, rock me a little while. Hold me, darling, rock me for just a little while.
That was Kim Weston. I just want to say thank you for joining us on Samba Radio. If you enjoyed the show, then don't forget to follow us on our Soulside Productions social media. We will end the show with a song by Curtis Mayfield. The song is Move On Up. My name is Kazu, and I'll see you soon on the next Samba Radio.
Hush not, child, and don't cry. Your folks might understand you by and by. Just move on up toward your destination. Though you may find from time to time complication. Bite your lip and take the trip. Though there may be wet road ahead and you cannot slip, just move on up. For peace you'll find into the steeple of beautiful people where there's only one kind. So hush not, child, and don't cry. Your folks might understand you by and by. Move on up and keep on wishing. Remember your dream is your only scheme, so keep on pushing. Take nothing less than the supreme best. Do not obey, rumors people say, but you can pass the test. Just move on up to a greater day. With just a little faith, if you put your mind to it, you can surely do it. Just move on.